You see this flag, right? This is the flag of the United States Corporation. Okay? Understand that. This is not the flag of the American people. Okay? NATO, you know this. So I'm not going to play this game with you. C197367115, Air Royale. This is not the flag of the American people. Okay? This is the flag of the United States Corporation. Okay? That is the flag of the American people. Okay? The People's Republic of Morocco. Okay? NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. But this video shows you how the Europeans of the United States Corporation, the colonizers, do not know their own laws, their own codes and policy. How they do not, they just talk out of their mouth and don't know the law. They are uneducated on the law. They are uneducated on their code and policy. That's the disconnect. Okay? The disconnect is not knowing the difference between the two. The United States Corporation and the People's Republic of Morocco. You see, and to the republic for which it stands. This flag stands in the republic. Okay? Understand what that really means. This flag stands in the republic. Now, there are laws and codes and policies that have been put in place for years. But these Europeans want so much authority over the people just because they work for the United States Corporation. They don't understand that they are public servants to the American people. They don't understand that. They think in their mind that they are over. They are the authority over the American people.
Hello. I need one stamp.
I was like, please don't tell me you need a box for that.
No. Do they even make boxes that big for that?
Well, they do. We don't have them, but it would be like, I just knew that's what you were coming in here. I was like, man, I don't have one for it.
Awesome. Have you ever encountered a First Amendment auditor before?
No, is this what you're doing?
Yeah. Okay. And you did excellent.
Okay, so how do you do this?
Well, for post offices, the first thing I look for is I do a walk around of the property. I see if the property's up to par, if there's anything security issues. And then I go around and I check signage to see if the signage is all up to date.
Okay. So when do you...
That's from 2007. They have one from 2018.
We probably need that one then. Okay, so...
It basically says the same thing that it did before because it's federal law, but I checked those and basically you didn't give me grief on the camera, right?
Well, no, but that's why there again, if it's recording, we just want to know like why you're here, or where you come from, or like what you're doing.
Since you're so nice and polite, I will return the favor. Normally, if you were to tell me, hey, you can't video record in here, you would be published. I would publish that. And
Oh, great!
You would not My most popular video is actually from a post office out of Arlington Heights.
This is Casey. She's the postmaster.
All right. Now, here we go. Everything was just fine until that authoritarian mentality kicked in. You see, until that dictatorship kicked in. See, that privilege that they have been enjoying for so long because they haven't been held accountable for none of the acts that they have been committing on this land. So that they think that their privilege, right, is over the law. They think that what they say you have to do, or they're going to call the police the killers. If you don't listen to what they say, they're going to call the police. They don't care nothing about their own code and policy. They don't care nothing about the law. They definitely do not care about the Constitution. They don't even know what the amendments of the Constitution are. They just, it's whatever they say you better do, or they're gonna call the code and policy enforcers that don't even know their own code and policy to violate your human rights. Because they think in their mind that they have some sort of privilege. Because they are Caucasian and they have never been held accountable for nothing that they have been doing to the American people on their land.
What's your name?
Casey.
How do you spell it?
How do you think I spell it?
Well, my sister's name is Casey, and she spells it K-E-S-I.
Mine's K-A-C-I-E.
Okay.
What are you doing with your video? That's what I was saying.
Oh, I was being very friendly towards her. I go around and I check public locations, so everything from jails, prisons, city halls, post offices, anywhere where there's tax dollars used and the public's allowed to go, I go and check to see everything's up on the up and up.
I do not mind you recording outside of our building. You are not allowed to record in the building.
Oh, really?
Correct. Yep. But we're a federal agency, our own federal agency. You're not allowed to record inside the building. You can record outside the building in the front. You're not allowed in the back, but you're not allowed to record inside.
Really? Who told you that?
That is our bylaws.
Your bylaws? Okay, so would they be posted on the walls around here?
No, it's just something that the postmasters are supposed to enforce as it goes through. But if I called the OIG, postal inspector, they would come here and remove you from the building.
Really?
That way, but
Really? I've been doing this for 3 years, man.
you're not allowed to record inside the building.
Wow.
So if you're recording, you're going to have to delete.
Okay.
Yep.
I shouldn't have been so nice to you, because this is exactly what I look for. Will you read the federal law that's on your wall right here? I'd love to have you on camera reading federal law.
That's fine.
Okay, call the police. See, this is why I do what I do. You did great, man. It's unfortunate that your postmaster is the one that needs the education, because you did great. You're a good one. I know you are. I need good ones all the time.
If you don't feel like being recorded, you can step away.
And she won't take the time to read the federal law on the wall that states specifically what I'm doing is legal and allowed. So she can call the cops and they can come in here and read it.
I'm not going to say that I know them.
Do what I say.
Smart move.
I am your master. Do what I say. I am your master. North Atlantic Treaty Organization. This is what's been going on this land for so long.
Is she calling? I'm waiting on it.
These public servants think that they have the final authority over the American people. In their minds, that's what they think, because they have never been held accountable for the tyranny that they have been committing on this land. North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Something, just imagine how the people with guns act. This is just a postal employee acting like this. Now just imagine how the people with guns rolling around the Americans' land with no accountability act under the color of law. Just imagine how they act. If she acts like this, she doesn't know her own code and policy. She's a federal employee. She's a public servant. Now just imagine North Atlantic Treaty Organization. How the Europeans, the colonizers, they think that they have privilege. Just imagine how they act on the street with guns, with no accountability whatsoever. Just imagine how they act. Just imagine. But it's okay with you, isn't it? North Atlantic Treaty Organization. You're agreeing.
So there is new literature you can record. Okay, you can, absolutely. If we say that we don't want to be on camera, we do have the right to tell you, hey, we don't want us to be uploaded on a public website, things of that nature. As long as you don't disrupt customers coming in, disrupt anything, do what you need to do here, and whenever you're done.
Okay. Well, you kind of corrected. I can help clarify if you'd like.
Please.
You have the poster 7 on the wall. It says photography for news and advertising purposes. That's been there for over 20 years. It's not new literature. It's been there for 20 years. I am allowed to record as long as I don't interfere with anybody and I'm polite and nice, which I think I was. I was getting ready to
Yeah, I know.
be quite nice to her.
No, it's not an
And
issue.
the thing is that you work for the general public, and you don't get a right to say whether you get published or not. That whoever told you that is dead wrong, and I know that for an absolute fact. I've been doing this for 3 years. So any like for instance, if you look out here on the street and I video record, say some crackhead busting out somebody's windows, I can 100% publish that. Alright? Let's say I see a postal employee out back stealing mail, which currently the last postmaster I got a hold of was just arrested last week by the FBI and the postal inspector for stealing mail.
Right.
So it would make no sense because without a doubt that postal employee that's stealing mail would say, hey, you don't have permission to publish me. Make sense? You know, criminals are always going to say that. And I don't know if you're a criminal. I have to come and check. I don't know if you're well trained. I got to come and check. And that's part of what the public does. And
Are you just a public videographer, or?
I'm a journalist. I'm a bona fide journalist.
And what's your name?
I'm not going to give it in this instance. I normally do. I normally give
I was just gonna shake your hand and, introduce myself properly.
No, I'm Kent. I'll give you my
I'm
first
Casey.
name. Nice to meet
Very
you.
nice to meet you.
Yeah, easy to remember name. My sister's
Absolutely.
name.
Yep.
Spelled a little bit differently.
Correct.
The proper way,
Yes.
mostly. But
Yep.
no, I'm glad that they're getting that out there. I know that there's been emails sent out to all the post offices in the state of Illinois that I'm aware of, because I've actually seen that email. Most of them get thrown in the trash bin, and people don't.
You hear that?
So I'm glad.
You hear that?
Come a little bit further, but hopefully you understand that
whenever you're out in public, you have no expectation of privacy. You can be recorded. But NATO, the privilege that these people think that they have because they are employees, servants. They think because they are public servants, they have authority over the American people. Just understand that, NATO. North Atlantic Treaty Organization. We are not black or African American. And you are so in dishonor of the 1786 Treaty of Peace and Friendship and the 1880 Treaty of Madrid. You are in dishonor. The United Nations is in dishonor. The European Union is in dishonor. The Department of Justice is in dishonor to the People's Republic of Morocco and the American people. You are so treasonous, all of you.